Good morning. Here I am in the Rivian R1T. You'll see I have 347 miles of range at 100%. It was at 349 just a minute ago. I've just left the house here, and I am going to be headed to Jackson, Tennessee. So we're going to hit the navigation icon, and we're going to hit Hilton Garden in Jackson, and it's going to calculate the distance and the stops for me. And it will plug in the charging stops that it recommends as well. So you will see it's 589 miles. It's saying it's going to take 10 hours, and it is recommending 4 stops. Pretty conservative with the stops. Probably only need to make 2, but it's showing the first stop in Jefferson Park in 166 miles. And if I scroll down, it's showing me to stop for 5 minutes. So let's see what happens. Watch for the next stop. One thing I should mention here as I'm driving a Rivian R1T, this is the first time I've taken it on a cross-country road trip. I've had it intra-Texas before. You'll see it has 6,739 miles on it, but we're actually going from Texas to Virginia, stopping one night in Tennessee, and then continuing the drive. So, going to be interesting. Follow along. I'll post all the individual clips, and I'm going to attempt to post one connected video, but this is my first cross-country trip with a CCS car. I've driven Teslas all over the country, including West Coast, East Coast, Northeast, Midwest, you name it. But the whole CCS network thing's a little bit different. So hopefully we have good luck. I'll be posting my charging stops, and yeah, just follow along for the adventure. And then in a couple weeks, probably the reverse trip adventure. Have a good day. So I'm running the Rivian in Conserve mode, and again, you'll see I'm still at 347 miles with 99% battery. I'm getting decent efficiency at 2.24 miles per kilowatt hour, and I'm about ready to hop on Interstate 35E south to get through Dallas. So a rainy day here, going to be a lot of adventure, but let's check out Conserve mode here. So there you'll see Conserve mode. It basically puts the vehicle in front wheel drive only, and what it's for is highway driving to get the best efficiency. So I just switched to that, and you'll see on the energy graph about when I switched to it, the energy spiked way up, which means, you know, it's more efficient. So I'm going to be posting intervals as I charge, and I'll show the efficiency, and let's just see how this whole cross-country CCS in a Rivian goes. Alright, so I've got highway assist turned on, which is kind of like Rivian's autopilot mode, or TAC. It does lane centering, it turns the steering wheel. It only works on certain highways. Now, toll booth ahead, take control of vehicle. So it knows that I'm coming up to the tollway here in Dallas and wants me to take over driving. So all in all, a pretty great system. We'll see how it does driving across the country. I've only used it intra-Texas. This Rivian's never been out of the state of Texas since delivery, so it's going to be interesting. Follow along. So it's been raining the entire trip, but I'm over halfway to the first charging stop, and you will see that the Rivian is preconditioning the battery, meaning it's getting the battery up to the right operating temperature. Generally, batteries like to be between 70 and 90 degrees, just like we do. And if they are at that correct temperature, they will receive the charge from the superchargers or DC fast chargers as quickly as possible. So it's about an hour out, and it started preconditioning battery, meaning warming it up to the right temperature so that I can get the best charging experience possible. So unfortunately, with the rain and with the wind, my efficiency really took a hit, and we're not doing great there. But yeah, we're running decent speeds, vehicle's comfortable. I'll have an update at the charger. It's been raining now for a couple of hours. I'm about 40 miles from the charging station, and the vehicle's still preconditioning. But what I found interesting is with all the rain, when I try to engage cruise control, oh, it's actually working now. And highway assist should work as well. Let's see. came back on. There for a while it wasn't working due to the camera is blurry. So there was water on the camera and it wouldn't work, but it must have cleared itself off. So good job, Rivian. Now I'm doing a lane change, and I had to disengage highway assist, and now I will re-engage highway assist, and we're good to go. So yeah, it's working fine now. So I'm at the Electrify America here in Mount Pleasant, Texas. There are 4 stalls, all one, actually 2 of them 150 kilowatts, 2 350 kilowatts. It's at a Super One Foods grocery store plaza. None of them are being used. All of them are working. So pretty pleased here. One with Chatamo, 2 350s in the middle, and then a 150 down at the end. All of them show active. All of them show working. I plugged in right away with the Rivian, and I am getting 156 kilowatts right away. So no issues. Quick charging session. I give this one a pretty high rating on Rate Your Charge. I would say this one's a 10 out of 10. So we're at this first charging stop, and it has ramped up to 165 kilowatts. We're at 55%. Now it's saying an hour and 11 minutes. That's to 100%. We're not going to charge to 100%. So if I go under charging here and I change it to 70%, which is probably about where we'll charge it to, you can see that will take 8 minutes. Now if I want to go to 85%, that'll bump it up to about 20 minutes. So not too bad. I'm probably going to charge 85% or so and head on to the next stop. So more information to follow. All right, so we are on the road again. Driving up here, you'll see we have 278 miles of range at 78%. We've got highway assist on, and we are 89 miles from the next stop. It's predicting we'll get there with 162 miles of range. We charged to about 80%, took just under 30 minutes. I stayed a little longer just because it's raining, poor weather conditions, but also this is the first trip I've taken in this vehicle across the country. I want to be conservative and have a little bit extra charge. So we'll see how it does. I will update everyone here shortly. Keep watching these clips. So I'm at this Electrify America station here in Hope, Arkansas. It is 4 stalls. It is freezing cold and raining, and you'll see we are in a Walmart parking lot. Pretty typical. But anyway, this Chevy Bolt driver can't get charged. He's on the phone with Electrify America. He has charged at all 4 charging stalls and cannot get a charge. I, however, plugged the Rivian in, no problem, on station number 3, which he could not charge at, and I'm pulling down around 170 kilowatts. So I'm okay. Hopefully that continues, but he's having no luck. So take a look. I'm pulling down 156 kilowatts. Been here 6 minutes. Downloaded 17 kilowatt hours for $5.76. So all in all, it's working okay here for me, but I'm going to give this one a 4 out of 10. Just to show a little more about how the charging works here. So I'm sitting in Hope, Arkansas at this Electrify America charger, which is right there. And you will see that we're charging at 75 kilowatts. Now, it is saying it ends in 58 minutes, but that's to 100%. And when you're on the road, you don't charge to 100%. So I've just changed that to 85%. And you'll see we'll be there in 7 minutes. Now, I'm ready to go, but to be honest, my wife ran into the restroom and wanted to grab a couple things, so I'm waiting on her. So why not just be plugged in and charging while someone's running errands? But prior to that, I haven't been here that long, and this stop would have been actually 10 minutes or less. So just to give you an idea of how fast charging works on the road in the Rivian. Okay, so we're about halfway to Little Rock from the last charging stop in Hope. And about 15 minutes ago, it popped up preparing battery for fast charging. So this is the 3rd stop of the day for charging. On Honestly, I'm doing 2 extra stops just to be conservative and not charging as long, as this is the first CCS charging trip kind of across the country that I've taken. But yeah, I've noticed it's preconditioning about an hour before, but I'm getting great charging speeds. You know, I'm used to traveling in the Tesla, and the Rivian does a great job charging until about 70%. And then it really drops off down to about 80 kilowatts, and then at 80% down to about 50 kilowatts. But really fast charging sessions from 20% to 70%. So anyway, I will be at the charger shortly. So I'm at the Electrify America here in Little Rock, Arkansas, charging the Rivian. And on the second charger, I am getting 169 kilowatts, so that's good. But I plugged into this number 2 charger, which shows available in their app. It shows both plugs available, but neither of them work, so that one's down. Let's take a quick glance and see. This one appears to be working. It shows 2 of the other stalls down, so there are 8 here, but you can see just looking at the screen on that one that one of the 2 plugs is down. And let's check this one. One of the 2 plugs is down here. So all in all, I give this about a 5 out of 10. About half of them are working. Not great, Electrify America. So continued problems with Electrify America charging, of course, but I am getting pretty good efficiency now. 2.3 miles per kilowatt hour on the Rivian R1T. Which I think is pretty darn good for this size and weight of vehicle. And I am, let's see, 88 miles out, about an hour and 20 minutes from my next Electrify America charging stop, which is Walmart in Forest City, Arkansas. So I will be there shortly, and let's see how Electrify America does at the next stop. So far today I've stopped at 3 stations. The first one was perfect, all chargers working. The last 2 were honestly terrible. More than half the stations down, or at least half the stations down. So let's see what happens. And here we go. We're 71 miles out and got the message here just a couple of minutes ago, preparing battery for fast charging. So it's preconditioning again, a little over an hour out from my next charging stop. So pretty interesting, but the last 2 stops I have gotten, 170 plus kilowatts right away, and I was 35 to 40% state of charge, so I think that's pretty darn good. Of course, there was problems with the Electrify America chargers, but that's to be expected. That's part of DC fast charging in the state of CCS in the US currently. But so far, so good. I'm going to make probably 2 more stops, maybe 3 today. I'm just jumping about 100 miles a stop and doing a quick charge. So we'll see what happens. I'll be back shortly. Here I am at another Electrify America with the Rivian R1T. I'm in Forest City, Arkansas. I'm charging just fine. This is charger number 4. I'm getting 159 kilowatts. It started out around 170. Problem though, the app says I'm not charging. Of course, their app crashed. And let me walk around and check the other chargers. According to the app, they're all online. That one appears to be working. It's a 150. We've got another 350 here that appears to be working. And a 150 in the Chatham appears to be working. The one problem is in the app, this one shows a 50 kilowatts, so it may be derated. Yeah, it doesn't say, but mislabeled in the app and app problems, but all in all, a decent charging station. I would give this one maybe a 7 out of 10. As the weather has improved, so has my range and my efficiency. So you'll see I'm at 2.55 miles per kilowatt hour average. Doing great with the highway assist, kind of like autopilot, hands-free driving set in the Rivian. And I've got 111 miles left, and I'll get there to charge. and then I will do this all again tomorrow. So if I charge at a destination charger or another Electrify America, I'll post an update. But clearly the good weather, it's up to 61 degrees now, and it's clear out, has made a huge difference in efficiency. So take a look at my efficiency, 2.73 miles per kilowatt hour. I was going through Memphis traffic and still moving pretty good, as you can see, but really great efficiency. Of course, the weather's better, blue skies, sunny, and just a little bit of wind. So really helps efficiency. That's kind of what I was looking for, 2.5 miles per kilowatt hour or better, and I'm seeing that now. Now I'm on the 21-inch on-road tires for those Rivian R1T people out there. But anyway, it's a good trip so far. That little clip from earlier was actually as I was going through West Memphis, Arkansas. I'm just about to cross the bridge going into Memphis, and if you look up here ahead, you can see the pyramid.
In 1 mile,
So that's Memphis's famous pyramid. Pretty funny. It's a Bass Pro Shop. It used to be a stadium. There's a whole history to it. History involving a skull. Kind of interesting, but really, really a neat place. And over here on the right is the city of Memphis. And here's the bridge and the Tennessee Welcome Center. So just thought I'd give a quick update. So I just got to the hotel here in Tennessee, and they have a Clipper Creek J1772, which I've plugged into. It'll get me about 6 kilowatts, which will fill me up till the morning. And then they've got 2 Tesla destination chargers. They got a nice matte wrapped Tesla, matte green, but they got 2 Tesla destination chargers. So pretty good spot, good layout. It's a Hilton Garden Inn in a good location right off the interstate. So great job, Hilton. And I'm gonna go rest and get a good charge overnight. So just starting out here this morning, just left Jackson, Tennessee. Charged up at the hotel and got to 98% state of charge. Doing pretty good on efficiency, 2.2 miles per kilowatt hour. And it shows we're going to get to the Electrify America charging station at this Sam's Club in Cookeville, Tennessee, with 63 miles to go on the battery. So we're 181 miles out. I will post an update very shortly.